Hello and welcome. I am John Gleason, the Godless Engineer, and tonight we're talking about Anita Fuentes. If you don't know Anita Fuentes, she runs an evangelical ministry, an online evangelical ministry, and recently she uploaded a video where she basically guilt-tripped her sub-base into giving her more money, saying that it wasn't enough. She just wants more of that delicious, delicious money. Which, according to 1 Timothy 6:10, the love of money, which she definitely has, is the root of all evil. She goes on to say this.
The deficit is at over 99.999% of you who tune in and are fed consistently do not give consistently. And this is making our ministry rescue boat tilt in a dangerous way to one side.
Basically, she's very upset with the number of subscribers or views that she gets on her YouTube channel with the amount of donations that she has. Now, there are a number of ways to fix this. She can monetize her content, which she doesn't do. She could write a book, and she could sell that book. She could entice people to buy her book. But no, she doesn't choose to do that. She chooses to make that crappy-ass video and guilt her subbase into donating money to her, which we'll get into later about how they reacted. She uses the visual imagery of a boat and it leaning to one side to show that, maybe her sub-base is being very, very lazy in their donations to her. Because you won't guess how much she's allotted for her church a month. But no. She doesn't just want you to donate. She wants you to donate on a consistent basis. Like in PayPal, when you can click a box saying, make this donation like regular, like monthly. She wants you to click that box and donate as much money as you can, even though you're on a free video streaming site watching free content. Why would you want... even here, I have a Patreon account. I monetize my videos. I'm with an MCN, which I've heard is kind of a bad idea right now because all MCNs want to rape you in the ass as far as taking all of the ad revenue. She stresses like how consistently she wants you to give to her by saying this.
How many of you would put $10 of gas in the tank and expect your vehicle to run for an entire year? It will putter on you and die until you feel it again.
It kind of feels like she's saying that if you don't feed money into her slot every single week, she's going to stop providing her service. Kind of sounds familiar, doesn't it? Now, there are numerous videos on the internet in which she can get, advice on how to monetize, her YouTube presence and her social media presence in general. But she doesn't want to put time into it, no. She just wants to make you feel so guilty for hanging on to that money, paying bills and all that other stuff. She wants to make you feel guilty for doing that kind of stuff. And she needs that money way more than you do because of God, Jesus stuff. She feels entitled to this money because she's spreading the word of Jesus. You're not entitled to anything, bitch. She goes so far as to compare it to starving a child.
Or which of you would feed your child once every 6 months a can of corn, just to save the steak and potatoes on a shelf and say, this is enough nutrition for you now, feed and grow, child. That child will grow weak on you and perish.
Bitch, not donating to you is nothing like starving a child. Not donating to you isn't illegal. Starving a child is illegal and it's abusive. But then again, your whole video here trying to guilt your subscriber base into giving you more money is totally emotional abuse. You not getting the money that you want to get for your internet whatever is your fault, not the fault of your subscribers. You're trying to turn the tables on it, make it seem like it's their fault. They're on a free service, and you're expecting them to pay money for it, but yet you don't do anything to monetize your shit. You just put your PayPal link all over your goddamn website, and that's it. That's all you do. You don't even put the PayPal link in the fucking description of your videos. Do you not know how to craft a description so that you drive people to donate to you? I don't emphasize donating to me because I make enough money to where I'm doing this for my own leisure. You might be asking yourself, why does she need more money? Why does she need all this money? Why does she need to go to the links to guilt trip her subscriber base into giving her money? Like, what has driven her to that point? Well, that would be because her monthly budget for this internet ministry is $50,000. So far this year, that means that she's spent $250,000 on her internet ministry. So per year for her ministry, that means $600,000. Do you really need $600,000 to run an internet ministry? I don't think so. I don't think it requires $600,000 unless you're raising money to donate to various causes and you're actually donating that money. Well, one might be like, well, how can we check this out? Can we check for a business with some public tax records? Because if she's an internet ministry, obviously she's going to be tax exempt, right? She's going to be a 301c, tax exempt business. And that's going to be on file over there in California where she's based out of, right? No, she doesn't have a business. Anita Fuentes is a fraud. She's not registered as a 301c or any kind of thing. People are just donating money to her personally, but she's representing it as a church ministry. My guess is that she's probably not paying taxes on money given to her like that. So maybe she should be a little concerned. I don't know, because my bet is that if she doesn't have a business registered, then there's no way for her to show any kind of income coming in. So I'm kind of curious as to where that money is going. So just to summarize, in case I went a little too fast there, she is collecting donations for a church ministry that doesn't exist. It's been dissolved since 2014. Oh, but get this. Her followers on her YouTube channel and just everywhere have already been giving her a whole bunch of shit about it.
I'm mortified. I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed. I'm disgusted and downright grieved over all that has come across my desk in the past 36 hours. From fellow brothers and sisters in the body of Christ who have tuned in and received abundantly from this ministry, to accuse Pastor and I and our children of some of the following: fleecing the flock, being greedy, needing money to pay a nanny and a maid, being a cunt, not having real jobs, having to pay for our mansion, having on a new dress and jewelry every day, being like Judas Iscariot, pimping the church, not having real jobs, charging for the gospel, and more. We've been told by many of those who ate from this table to cut our ministry in half, to stop doing conferences, to stop getting billboards, to get real jobs, to apologize for inducing guilt, to sell cups, to put up YouTube ads, to stop begging for money, to show our expenses, every penny, to put them as board of directors. We were also told we should never ask for money from these same people, that if you are real, God will provide, that we were to work for free because Jesus did, to shut down our ministry, to do what their pastors do and not even ask for money. They also said if you're asking for money, then God isn't in it, to allow everyone to vote on where to spend the coming donations and more. We were told on our social media pages that the internet is free. Why are we charging? That the Bible is free. No one needs to donate. That we are not needed. That we're liars. That we are blocking comments. That we shouldn't be charging anyone for anything. That we should be ashamed of ourselves. And then we're punishing the people by not putting up a live broadcast and more.
I just have to say that I am glad that there's a lot of people that are calling this bullshit into question that's coming from her own subscriber base, whether or not they're in her own ministry or not. Just to have people, actually confronting her with this stuff, I think is great. Even if it doesn't actually do anything to her, you have a lot of other people that are paying attention now. And hopefully she can provide us with something.
No, we will not show you our finances. No, I will not show you our expense reports.
Oh, shit. You're not going to provide your expenses or anything, Anita? Damn. I wonder if you're going to do that when the IRS calls. Thank you for joining me for this little expose video on Anita Fuentes. I know that she's kind of been blasted on several other channels, but I wanted to put in my 2 cents. Down below is linked the Friendly Atheist article, and actually, if you'll notice at the bottom, I'm given credit for helping Hemeta craft that. I brought to his attention the Anita Fuentes video where she basically is trying to extort money from her subscriber base, but then I went just a little bit further and tried to look up her business in California, and boom, it's been dissolved. So that's very, very interesting things. But Hemet has some pretty good information down there that I didn't include in this. I definitely suggest going and checking that out. All right, I'll see you guys later, and I'll catch you in the next video.
Close-minded bigot.
And there just so happens to be the turnaround that he does. And he's done this in multiple videos.
Cisgendered, privileged white male should read this comment. So allow me to play my Native American card here and read this comment. Here we go.